Okay, this is our sweet spot test video. All right, here we go. As I was looking to test, I really wanted to know which paddles had a better sweet spot. And I was trying to think of an objective test I could do. And I was thinking as I was kind of just messing around with paddles, if you drop a ball on it, it bounces, right? And I could think, is this a way to kind of guess not only the size of the sweet spot, but also maybe the pop? Because it's kind of hard to say, oh, this has more pop than another one. If you hit it harder, it pops off harder. So how do you objectively say and test this one has more pop than another? And so my idea was like, how much would a ball bounce from the same height if we drop it? And so I was trying to figure out a good way to make sure I always drop it from the same height. I didn't want to have my hand to the guide because I knew that eventually I would move my hand at different spots. And I also wanted to test the size of the sweet spot. So what I did is I called my dad, and my dad is retired, but pretty much all he does in his retirement is he buys tractors, and then he takes them and he repairs them. And he boats, tractors, he's a big engineering nerd. And so I called him on the phone, I was like, explained to him what I was doing, and he gave me some ideas, and he thought, well, what about this, what about this? And then he's like, well, I'm just doing nothing in my house, let me go inside into my garage or my shop and I'll see what I can get a prototype built for you. And an hour later, I show up over there and this is what he built. He attaches this little PVC, it's not PVC, but a pipe here. And then he has a level attached here to make sure we're kind of level, it's falling down correctly, as well as a laser. So I don't know if you can see that, but we have a laser pointer down there that measures. So this way we can easily gauge from this point to this point about how far we need to gauge. And so what we'll do is this way I can know I'm dropping from the same height every time. Like that. And we can move it along with one of my favorite books, The Way of Kings, right there. And so we have the paddle so it's not on the ground directly. We can move it to say, okay. And then until we get to a point where like, okay, there, we can see, we hit the edge, it dies. And that's the kind of thing we want to test to see how big that size is. We can also test about how much it's bouncing. So we go right here, we drop, that right there, that's a pretty good bounce. Yes, see? This is a way we can test to see also the height of the sweet spot. And so that's really the explanation of how this all came about. And right now it's a little bit ghetto in how it works. Like I got these clamps and this 2x4 here, but it's great, a good way to test this. So this is what I'll be using in any of my videos when I go through and test this going forward.